Welcome back to another video, everyone. Thank you for stopping by the channel again if you have already subscribed. If not, my name is Sid Lance, and I make videos simplifying social media marketing and online growth hacking techniques specifically for streamers, other content creators, and small online business owners so that you can all worry about doing what you love instead of focusing so much of your time and energy on figuring out a social media strategy. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you do the YouTube stuff, pop a like and subscribe. It helps out the channel and helps the algorithm know that people like what I'm doing over here. So without further ado, let's get past all that intro stuff, get right into the video. It's what you came here for, right? Most people have a Twitter account, right? But Twitter comes out with features all the time, and unless you're really invested in the platform, it's hard to keep up with all of it. But if you are missing out on these, then you're not using your Twitter account to its fullest potential. So here are a few things that I thought might help you out and get a little bit more out of your profile. Number one on the list, advanced search. Make sure that you're not skipping out on this. Advanced search can be an amazing tool to cut down on all of the information flooding your way. A lot of marketers use this as a tool to put together an ideal customer profile when they're doing research on their niche. As a Twitch streamer or YouTuber, you could think of this as an ideal viewer profile instead. All you have to do to find this is pop over onto Twitter on your desktop and start a basic search. Once you start a basic search, over on the right-hand side, there will be a link to start an advanced search, and then you can enter all of your criteria to find exactly the information that you are looking for. Number two, did you know that you could go live on Twitter itself? Let's be honest, a lot of us have a lot larger following on Twitter than we do on our streaming and YouTube channels. But smart creators find ways to utilize this and pull those people over to our other profiles. But what if you could find a way to connect with these people live right on Twitter without having to go through all of that work of convincing them to click a link and go to another platform and maybe watch you there and sit through ads and all this other stuff? What if you could just go live and show up right in their feed? Well, you can. Just tap the compose button on your app like you're gonna make a regular tweet. Find the little photo icon, tap that, and at the bottom on the right, you will see the option to go live. You can set a stream title, share your live status with your followers, and invite others to even co-stream with you. Anyone who sees this on Twitter will be able to join and hang out in chat with you. Your followers will see that you're live in their feed when they scroll past, and anybody else on Twitter who sees that tweet will be able to just tap and hang out. It is a little bit hard to figure out on desktop. It's not very well optimized. It's best to just use this as a way to connect quickly with like IRL streams and chatting, things like that on your phone. But think of it this way. If somebody is used to seeing you live on Twitter and hanging out with you in chat there, how much more likely are they going to be to click that link when they see that you're live on Twitch or pop on over to YouTube to watch your latest video? Building that connection on Twitter is going to skyrocket that chance through the roof. Number three on the list, moments. Moments are often a little used feature of Twitter that most people don't even know exist, but they're a great way to catalog content. Think about having a library of all your clips that you've ever posted on Twitter right there ready to go for people to just scroll through and watch. You can even share moments in a tweet so that you can publicize the fact that it exists. You have to use your desktop app to do this one. There's no way to do it on mobile, unfortunately, but I'm gonna walk you through it. Log in on your desktop, and on the left-hand side in the menu, select Moments. Select Create a New Moment, and then add tweets to the moment by either searching through your profile or adding the URL directly. You can even add tweets from other creators to make kind of like a greatest hits list of your favorite streamers or YouTubers. Number four on the list is Media Studio. This one is really beneficial once you hit 1,000 followers because it opens up a whole new analytics tool that most people don't even know exists. Just go to Media Studio on your desktop on the left-hand side in that same menu that we were just in for creating moments. Click Insights and Audience. This little chart right here is going to show you when your followers are watching video on the Twitter platform. Not just your video, but any video. And since video is usually peppered throughout people's timelines, it gives you a pretty good idea of when your followers are getting their scroll on. Number five, lists. Lists are a little bit better known, but I still don't really see a lot of people using them to their fullest potential. Did you know that you can actually use the lists to hack the Twitter algorithm? When you create a list, it turns into its own little chronological feed of all of those members. Kind of like how Twitter used to be. This allows you to easily keep up on all of these members without Twitter ever hiding them away like it does on your usual timeline if you miss a few posts and don't engage consistently. Once you lose somebody from your timeline and vice versa, the only way to get them back is to specifically search out their profile and start engaging with them through comments and DMs and bring them back into your circle. This is where lists come in. Create a list with all of your favorite people, and you'll never lose track of them again. You can even pin your lists to the top of your feed so that as soon as you log in on the app, you have the ability to go right to your favorite people and see what they've been up to. You can even make your lists private so that other people aren't peeking in on who you consider as your inner circle and, starting all that Twitter drama. Nobody wants that. Last topic on the list is topics. You've probably seen Twitter showing suggested topics in your timeline, but did you know that you could actually follow these topics to get more of this content on a regular basis? This will show you the trending tweets in your niche. This is such a valuable tool for content creators of all sizes. For small accounts, you can use this to kickstart some engagement and start seeing eyes on your profile, and paired with some decent content, you can use this to start jumpstarting a community of your own. Staying on top of trending content similar to what you create allows you to get involved in the conversations. Drop a quality comment that adds to what's going on, and start engaging with others who are in that active thread. This lets you piggyback off of that popularity. But this is only going to work if you're not trying to upstage the original poster. This is your time to join the conversation, not take it over. Aside from this technique, large accounts can actually shoot for getting their own tweets into these trending sections. By following it and paying attention to what tweets are usually trending, you can start to notice patterns in keywords and subjects that are usually talked about. Once you start to notice a pattern as to what keywords are commonly used and what subjects are usually trending, you can start working these organically into your own content. Just make sure that you're not creating content specifically with the aim to hit trending, because a lot of times this can feel forced. Not a lot of people pull this off very well, and your content's just going to fall flat, not just with trending, but with your own community, and it can actually hurt you if you start to look too attention hungry. You have to figure out a way to fit these things naturally into what you're doing. Here's an example. If you're a Twitch streamer talking about, let's say, chat etiquette, that's definitely a topic that tends to get people talking on streamer Twitter. But if you craft a tweet that's very vague, it doesn't really address things directly, it doesn't ever mention Twitch, there's no way that you're going to hit trending in those topics, even if your community starts engaging and retweeting. It's just not going to have that massive potential viral reach. But by including keywords like Twitch and streamer, you have the potential to hit that much wider audience when Twitter starts pushing you in these trending topics. This is a great way to pop your little Twitter bubble and start branching out, finding some new people. So that wraps up the list. What'd you think? Was there any that surprised you? Make sure you pop into those comments and let me know. And as always, head over to Twitter, drop a follow there as well. Comment, DM, I'd love to get to know you, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that any of you have about today's video. Remember, stop grinding, start growing.